What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to have a conversation about Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson is very against interracial dating. As you guys know, he likes black women with black men and vice versa. But I noticed that Dr. Umar Johnson always gives preference to folks who are, let me just say, if it's Caucasians, if it's a snow bunny, he gives a lot of attention to that. And I just never understood why that makes any sense, okay? But Dr. Umar Johnson is going to talk about that right now.
My dear brother, why you keep posting you a black man, but you love snow bunnies? If you love snow bunnies, my brother, go love up on your bunnies, my brother. Why you keep telling me you in love with snow bunnies? What that got to do with me? Move on, my brother. You said get a back massage from Suki Hana. You moaning, daddy. Is that a bunny or is that a buttercream African sister? Is that a snow bunny or is that one of my buttercream African sisters? Is that one of my pineapple African sisters? Is that one of my African vanilla sisters? Is that one of my African pina colada sisters? Or was that a good old-fashioned snow bunny? Because I don't want to disrespect an African queen. I will never disrespect an African queen. So I need to know, was that a buttercream African queen? Was that a pineapple complexion African queen? Was that a butterscotch African queen? Was that a pina colada African queen? I don't want to disrespect the African sister because they come in all colors. That might have been a mixed race pina colada African queen. That could have been a mixed race buttercream African queen. That could have been a mixed race pina colada queen. I don't want to mistake my mixed race African sisters. I love my mixed race African sisters. But was that a good old fashioned snow bunny? See, my mixed race African sisters and my fair skinned African sisters. My mixed race African sisters and my fair skinned African sisters. You got to let me know that you're not a bunny. You got to say, Dr. Umar, I'm an African queen. Butterscotch, pina colada, buttercream, pineapple, African vanilla. Let me know that you have the red, black, and green in your blood. Let me know, because I don't know if these is bunnies on here. Somebody told me the snow bunnies got a running bet. Somebody told me that the snow bunnies got a running bet that one of them is going to eventually take down King Kong consciousness. They said the snow bunnies is working overtime. They said sooner or later they're going to catch King Kong slipping. They said sooner or later they're going to catch the snow bunny boogeyman slipping. You can't catch the snow bunny boogeyman slipping. I don't ever slip, family. I don't ever slip. You will never catch the snow bunny boogeyman slipping. We're my cinnamon colored African queens. We're my pecan colored African queens. We're my butterscotch, my butter almond African queens. We're my walnut glazed African queens. We're my deep dark chocolate fudge African queens. We're my cinnamon African queens. And African queens, please put on some shea butter. There's nothing worse than seeing a fine sister ashy as hell. There's nothing worse than seeing a fine sister ashy as hell. I said there's nothing worse than seeing a beautiful African queen, but ashy as hell. Sisters, can y'all please carry some shea butter, some cocoa butter?
So that's Dr. Umar talking about, the snow bunnies are going to try to, take him down. The snow bunnies are going to do this and that. They love Dr. Umar and all of this. Let me just talk about this, okay? And this is something that I really want to discuss. Firstly, you are a pro-black. Why are you worried about a snow bunny? Like, that's the last thing I wake up in the morning and think about is, what is a snow bunny thinking about? Or what is a snow bunny trying to do? I don't care about, I'm a pro-black. I don't even speak on, for the most part, Caucasians. I don't speak on white people. I don't speak on other groups, for the most part, Jews or Asians, or I don't really concern myself with that, because my message should be to the people in my community. And if somebody white comes onto my comment status or into my live and they have something negative to say, I'm gonna do something called block. I'm gonna block you. All right? I'm going to block you quickly and fast. I'm gonna block you right away. This is not gonna be any, it's gonna be quick, it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be efficient. I don't have time for foolishness. All right? The black world has too many problems that need to be solved, and we also have too many opportunities to be sitting back, worried idly by about somebody else in someone else's community who are not our people. That's number one. Number two, what is your obsession with snow bunnies? With white women? Why do you even acknowledge them? Of course, some white women gonna come into the platform, but it's like, even you appeared on a YouTube video with a black man and his white girlfriend. If you're really a real pro-black man, I'm not doing that. What is that about? It's almost comical. And I am really skeptical about pro-blacks who have a lot to say about white people all the time, mentioning white folks all the time, because even white supremacists, I could suspect that white supremacists, most likely, look, they already know they don't like blacks. What's the use of sitting around all day talking about blacks? We already know we don't really like them. Okay? So I don't understand why we're discussing them when we don't have time to do that. Okay? Let's talk about something else. Let's move the call time forward to something else, which has nothing to do with that, ultimately. Okay? That shouldn't have nothing to do with that. And I wish that as black people, we would get out of that foolishness. We would get out of that stupid, silly stuff. You don't like interracial dating? It's against the communities and all of that. Okay, fine. You know, it's almost like a person that is down talking the LGBTQ. Whenever you see a person that's always mentioning the LGBTQ and the problems the LGBTQ have, what do you honestly think? You're thinking like, dang, bruh, you sure got the LGBTQ on your mind a lot. Why do you have the LGBTQ on your mind a lot? Is it something you want to tell us? Because obviously they're not thinking about your ass. So why are you thinking about them? Why are you thinking about them? You see? And Dr. Umar, I think he really wants to clap some white cheeks. I really believe that, man. Dr. Umar has a secret fetish for clapping some Caucasian cheeks. And I think if her booty was big enough, if she's thick enough, because what he gonna try to pull it off and say, she's a mixed race African. He gonna try to do all of that. She's 5% black, brother. I could clap him up. No, Dr. Umar is reckless. Dr. Umar be out there doing all kind of atrocious things in these pro-black streets. Okay, I got proof of that. I mean, I ain't gonna ever show it, but Dr. Umar is ridiculous. He be doing some real dusty stuff. Okay, dusty stuff. So, and I'm pretty sure he is betting on the fact that, you know what, I can actually do this dustiness and the pro-black community will forgive me, which is probably true because we dusty too. We're gonna be real, we're dusty as hell. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate it for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.